Yes, love. Who do you think it was? Yeah. I'm sorry I'm late, love.
Well, I thought you'd have tried to get home early tonight. Fancy being late tonight of all nights. You didn't call into the pub, you did?
Now, you know I wouldn't do that, not tonight.
No, well, of course I know you wouldn't. But it's 6:30, Freddie, and the dinner starts at 8 o'clock sharp. Now then, at 8 o'clock that starts, does that dinner. Now then, come on. I was wondering where you'd been all this time. I was proper sick with worry.
Yeah, don't worry, I couldn't help working late, love.
Look, what a state you're in.
Yeah, well, I've been taking in a new sink unit.
Well, where have you been taking it? Down a coal mine? Trust you to do a messy job on the day that we're going out at night.
Well, I couldn't help it. I had to take a boiler out. There was no hot coming through. Oh, is that my clean shirt, then, for the dough?
Don't touch that with your mucky hands. Look, they're all covered with grease.
What do you mean? I took the best part off with paraffin. With me paper.
Your paper? But there isn't time to read now, Freddie. Look, you've got to get ready.
But you know I like to read when I'm having my tea.
Your tea? Listen, in 2 hours from now, we're going to be sitting down to a 6-course dinner. You don't want any tea?
Yeah, but I'm starving. I didn't have time to finish my sandwiches. I had to work through.
Well, you've no time to eat those now, because Sidney Clark will be coming for us in about half an hour's time, and you can't keep him waiting, I'm telling you. Now, then, you get washed and dressed. That's what you must do.
Who's talking about being mucky? You might have emptied your bath.
Hey, I haven't had it yet. Put the plug back.
All right, you haven't lost much.
Oh, really, you are a clumsy thing. Look, all the water's running away.
Don't panic. Oh, the plug's come off now.
Take your mucky hands out of that water.
Yeah. Do you want your water or don't you?
Look, you've been promising to put that plug on there for months. I'm going to have to do it myself like everything else, I suppose.
Don't worry, I've done it now.
Aye.
I'll see to that plug at the weekend.
Well, we know. And I'll believe it's done when I see it's done.
You're lucky to have a plumbing in the house.
The only plumbing you do in this house is to let the water out of other people's baths.
Well, I'm sorry, love, but I thought you'd had yours. Well, I mean, all the water's soapy and full of suds.
Oh, no, that's my bath salts. Look, Freddie, they came with the set.
Oh, that's nice. Where do you get that?
You gave them to me for Christmas.
Well, I thought you'd have used it before now. You've had a bath since then, haven't you?
Of course I have. But I've been saving them up, you see, for a special night like this. Oh, Lily of the Valley. That's my favourite, is that?
Lovely.
And look, there's the soap to match it as well. Oh, that's nice. What have you done to that bath? Look, there's all bits floating.
Bits of what?
Well, you should know. They've come off you, haven't they? And that water smells of paraffin.
Well, I can't smell it.
No, well, of course, you've got used to it, you see. That's the trouble with plumbers. They've got no sense of smell.
Yeah, it can be a ruddy good thing at times, I'll tell you.
Well, here, I'll tell you what, love. You have that bath, and I'll have another one later on with some fresh water.
I'm not getting in that with all that French scent in it.
Oh, don't be so silly. It's only Lily of the Valley.
I'm not going to a builder's dinner smelling like a lily.
Oh, well, that shouldn't worry you, because all the others there will smell like oil stoves. Look, you have that bath, there's a good lad, and don't wet all the floor. Don't make a mess, because I've done this floor this afternoon. Now then, I've never known anybody like you for making a mess. You're much worse than the children ever were, you know. Oh, I better take this dress, I think, before it gets ruined.
That shouldn't be in here anyway.
I brought it in here to remove a small stain from the front.
Is it all right now, then?
Well, more or less. I've put that flour over it.
It's a good job the stain wasn't on the back then. I say, where did you get the flour?
You bought it for me.
Did I?
I paid for it out of the housekeeping. It cost you 7 and 6 pence. And don't forget to put your clean socks on.
I had a clean pair on yesterday.
I've no doubt you did have. But look here, they've got a big hole in them. Your big toe's been at it again.
Well, it's not my fault.
Well, if it isn't your fault, whose fault is it then? You haven't got moths in your shoes, have you? Come on, hurry up and get out of that bath.
It's all right, I'll be out in a minute.
Well, there's not much time, because I've got to have my bath after you, you know. And Sidney Clark will be here soon.
Why, is he having a bath as well, then?
Very funny, I don't think. Come on, get out of the bath and let me in. Open the door.
What do you want?
I want my nail varnish.
I'll open it in a minute.
Freddie, look, I've got to do my nails now because there won't be any time later on. Come on, open the door. What have you locked it for, any road? What are you up to?
No! There you are, I've unlocked it.
Oh, just look. Just look at the water that you've slopped all over this floor.
Well, I couldn't help slopping it all over. How can I get out of a bath without slopping?
Got my slippers all wet. Give us this towel here. What's that in the bath? Looks like a piece of bread. Look, you're supposed to be having a bath, not feeding the blooming ducks.
Well, I was hungry. I've had no to eat.
No, and I've had no bath.
Yeah. Well, hey, look at that.
What is it?
I never knew cheese floated before.
Isn't it marvellous? We're in a hurry and getting ready to go out somewhere, and you're sitting in the bath playing submarines with a lump of cheddar.
Well, I don't want it now. You can chuck it away.
How often have I asked you to do me this cabinet? You see, it's all rusted up with the steam. It won't open.
Well, what do you want in there?
I want my nail varnish.
Well, open it up with a nail file, then.
My nail file's in here with the varnish. Oh, Freddie, look at that. The blooming knob's come off. Oh, look at it. I've been telling you for months about this cabinet. You know what's going to happen? It's going to crash down on the floor. Look at that screw there.
Well, I'll fix it at the weekend.
Oh, you've been saying that ever since we got it. And now we're nearly ready for a new one.
Well, we're going to have a new one. It's no good fixing that thing, then.
Oh, look, Freddie, don't mess about there. Come and open me this cabinet. Look at the time. I can't get it open. It's nearly 6:45. Oh, everything is the same in this house. Do you know, on windy nights I lie in bed listening to doors rattling like this and knobs falling off. You might have hurried up. I broke my nail now.
Well, you've got it open now so you can get your nail file out.
Just look at the mess you've made on this floor.
Well, there's not much. You asked me to get out, didn't you?
Don't wipe it up with that.
Well, the floor's clean.
My towel is that. Look, will you get yourself back into the bath? Every time we're going anywhere at all, we're always in a shocking rush. Almost the same. Water all over the place. Oh, that would happen tonight, wouldn't it? A ball night.
Now what's up?
Well, I can't get the top off the nail varnish. Can you do it?
Well, it's a bit awkward in here.
If it was a bottle of beer, I bet you'd get it open quick, wouldn't you?
I don't drink beer in my bath.
Don't you? You surprised me. After eating sandwiches, I should think the next thing will be you'll have a few of your mates in for a game of cards.
I've dropped the bottle now.
Oh, Freddie, give it to me.
Wait a minute. Hello, I found out one thing.
What?
Not all cheese floats. That bit didn't.
Don't put it on the side of the bath. Oh.
Well, I don't want it now. All right, I found your bottle here.
Well, can you open it for me?
Look, it wants a pair of pliers to this thing. And I don't get in the bath with my toolkit.
Oh? Well, you want to try it sometime, and then you might put me that plug onto that chain here, mightn't you?
Yeah, I'll do it in a minute.
Well, can't you do it for me now, Freddie? Look, I mean, I've got to get my face on and everything. And you know what I'm like when I have to rush. And it's all your fault, is this?
Not all my fault at all. I don't use your nail polish. Give us it here.
Oh.
I'll wedge it in the door.
Look, the floor's all wet again.
Well, I'm all wet.
Well, mind what you're doing with that door, because you know what you are, don't you?
I've done it. And I haven't broken the door.
No, you've broken the bottle. Oh, hey, oh, there's a bit of glass dropped on the floor. Now be careful, Freddie, love. Look, you get back into the bath. And then I'll clear this up later. And hey, scrub, don't sit soaking.
Me soaking? All I've had is a couple of quick dips and a lot of jumping in and out. Anybody think I was training for the Grand National? The running water's cold now.
Well, have a drop more hot.
Wait a minute then. Oh, I can't shift this tap. I'll do it at the weekend.
Why, what's the matter? Is it leaking?
No, it's too tight. I could sprain my toe before I bulge this thing.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? And then you wouldn't have to go tonight. Why don't you try your hand? Oh, there's the blooming phone. Wait a minute. I'll go.
I'll go. I'm not all wet. It's water it does it. All this fuss.
Hello? Oh, Mr. Clark? Oh, I mean, yes. Now, you're sure that it won't be too much trouble? Yeah, it would be the best if you could do that. Well, we'll be waiting on the doorstep at 7:15. Thank you. We'll see you later on. Cheer-ho. Hey, that was Mr. Clark, and he's going to be here in no time at all, and I haven't had my bath and we'll never be ready. Are you out of that bath yet?
Yes, I am out. I'm dressing.
Well, I've put your clean vest there on that thing, and I hope you're putting it on.
Yes, of course I am.
I might have known. You're putting your dirty one back on again. I don't know why I bother.
Look, we're going to a dinner. I'm not going to doctors. Look, shall I run your bath?
No, because there's no time now, thanks to you. I shall have to use the basin. Mr. Clark's going to be here at 7:15. You told me 30:30.
Well, he said about 30:30. Look, have my bath. The water hasn't run out yet.
No, thank you. It's still smelling of paraffin. No, I'll use the basin. Where's my soap? The new one.
It's around here somewhere.
You haven't left it in the bath.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, heck. I wondered why the bath wasn't running out. I thought it were bunged up.
It's always the same, isn't it? I can never have anything nice. I have saved that piece of soap since Christmas, specially to use tonight. And now look at it. It's all soft and sloppy, like you.
Well, leave me some room then. I've got to shave.
Oh, well, if I'm in the way, I will have a wash in the kitchen. Or in a bucket in the backyard. Or if I am inconveniencing you, I won't bother to have a blooming wash at all.
Who's been using my razor?
Well, I haven't. You must have left it like that this morning. I clear up most things after you, but I haven't touched that. This water's cold. You've taken all the hot water. You haven't left me enough for a lick of the spit. I can't understand you, Freddie. I can't understand why you're so selfish all the time. I mean, I let you have my lovely hot bath, didn't I?
Well, I offered it you back.
You've been using my face flannel again.
Well, it's clean.
Clean? You don't know the first thing about cleanliness. For years I have been asking you to use your own face flannel, and for years you've been using mine. You've got some very nasty habits, you have, you know. I mean, that's very unhygienic.
Well, we share the same toothbrush mug together. If we share a mug, why can't we share a flannel?
It's always the same. Whenever we're going anywhere, you ruin the night for me before it's even started.
Oh, don't go on so while I'm shaving.
Well, tonight of all nights when it was an absolutely special function. Well, here, you wait for shaving while I've got a wash. Come on, get out the way. You go and get dressed, and don't forget to put your clean socks on. We might as well start the evening looking refined and all right.
I can see it's going to be one of them evenings.
You did that on purpose. Those are my best stockings. Now what am I going to wear?
Well, never mind, love, I'm sorry. Look, you're wearing a long dress. Nobody's going to notice your legs.
Typical of you, that, isn't it? What doesn't show doesn't matter. You're that clumsy. And look at them. They're all dirty.
Well, if you're going to wash stockings, I might as well shave. You're not the only one that's in a hurry.
Well, it's not my fault. You should have come home on time.
I was working late to earn a bit of extra money. The money that's paying for your night out.
You didn't get the tickets just for me.
Well, they weren't for me. I'm only going for your pleasure.
No, you're not. You're going because the bar's open till 1 o'clock.
That doesn't worry me.
I know it doesn't, because you're always drunk and incapable by 10:30. I shan't forget last year in a hurry, I'll tell you that much. Standing on one side while you drunk yourself into an alcoholic stupor. And then the embarrassment of standing there while you were assisted out. Well, I suppose it'll be the same again this year.
It doesn't have to be. You don't have to go. I'm not forcing you. Not if you don't want to.
I don't want to? Do you know I would enjoy a walk round the gasworks more than that, I'll tell you. Well, I don't care whether we go or whether we don't go.
All right, then we won't bloody well go, then.
Right, we won't go. Never mind all the work I've put in. We'll forget about that. Well, you can pick those socks up. And if we're not going, you can take that clean vest off.
Hello, love. I've got the kettle on for you. Would you like a cup of tea, Duck?
Excuse me.
Can I get you anything then, love? I mean, I've done the bathroom cabinet and fixed the plug. Are you sure you wouldn't like a cup of tea?
I've got a headache.
I'll get you an aspirin, love.
I've plenty of my own, thank you.
Can I put your flour in water then?
It's artificial.
Oh, Thor, love, you shouldn't have done that. Look, it's only 7 o'clock. We could still go if you feel like it.
You go if you want to. I have no wish to interfere with your pleasures.
Look, you know I wouldn't go without you, love.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think you think very much about me. Otherwise you'd have been home on time.
Come on, love, I don't like to see you so upset.
I'm not upset. I'm used to it. It's always the same if I prepare to go out anywhere. You always ruin my evening altogether. I don't know why I bother to even get ready. You've been the same for the past 25 years. So there's not much hope of you altering now, is there? You've never thought about anybody but yourself since we were first married. I mean, even when I was having the baby, you went off on that darts match. Fancy anybody going off on a darts match and leaving the wife to have a baby on her own? You can't even put a blooming bolt in the front of the wardrobe.
Do you know where my slippers are, love?
Yes, they're in the bathroom with the rest of the muck you made. And while you're there, you can clear some of it up. I scrubbed that room out this afternoon. Down on my hands and knees I was with my bad back. Look at all these fag ends and cigarette ash. Well, if you make a mess like this again, you can clear it up yourself. I can't do everything, you know. Oh, no, I'm not your valet. I'm not your slave, you know. There's no staff here to wait on you hand and foot, I'll tell you. No. 16 hours a day I work, and I've got no union at the back of me either. Oh, Freddie, Freddie.
Oh,
what's the matter?
Oh.
What is it?
Oh, I've trod on some glass by the door.
Oh, it'll be that nail varnish bottle. Let me look, love. I think it's only a scratch.
Oh, it gave me a bit of a turn for a minute.
Yeah, well, it would, you see. I mean, I'm so careless. I should have picked the glass up when I said I would. I'll get a bit of iodine. You know, I mean, it's better to be safe than sorry, Freddie.
Oh, it doesn't matter, love. It's not necessary.
Oh, isn't it? I had a great uncle who trod on a broken beer bottle. Thought he was going to have blood poisoning, and 4 days later they took his leg off.
Yeah. Dab plenty on, love. Oh! Oh!
Oh, is it, Freddie?
Oh!
Look, it can't be hurting as much as that.
It's tickling!
No? Oh, well, you always were a bit ticklish, weren't you?
You wasn't the only one, you know. you remember that night under the pier at Blackpool, eh?
Oh, shut up. Of course I do. Have you rung up, said Clark, to tell him we're not going?
No, why?
Oh, well, because you see he's going to come and pick us up. You know, I mean, we ought to let him know. Shall I go and phone?
No, I'll do it, love. You've done enough rushing
But
about.
don't, well, I mean, there wouldn't be any point, would there? Because we'll be halfway here by now.
Well, what are we going to do about it, then?
Well, we better get ready then, aren't we? I can do it if you can.
I bet I'm ready before you are.
I bet you're not. I will have to hurry up. Oh, hey, you'll want to shave as well, you know. Come on, Freddie. Hurry up, love. What time is it?
7:20.
Oh, come on, hurry up, because we can't keep Sidney Clark waiting. Look at this strap's showing.
Well, never mind, love, it's clean.
No, come on, you'll have to pin it back for me, come on.
What do you want me to do?
Well, just pin it out of sight for
Wait
now.
a minute, then. Wait a minute.
Be careful.
Oh, I've
Now
dropped
what?
the pin down your back.
Oh, well. Never mind. Here's another one. Now, yeah, don't bother about the other one. It'll work its way out as the evening wears on. Go on.
Yeah, I bet it'll come out when we're doing a twist.
Go on, how are you doing with it now?
Oh, wait a minute, love, I'm doing my best, you know. I'm a plumber, not a dressmaker.
I know. Just pin it
There
something.
we are, how's that?
That's it. Oh, Freddie, look, you've pinned my shoulder all up. Well, never mind, look, but I think you could have done better than that.
Well, every man to his trade, I say. I'd like to see Norman Hartnell put a new washer in.
So wait, there's Sidney Clark, we'll have to hurry up. I suppose I was very lucky not to get a monkey wrench down my back or something like that.
Where's my shoes, love?
Oh, they're in the wardrobe. I've had them re-soled. Go on, get them on.
Oh, who's tied these together like this? That's a daft thing to do.
Well, never mind. Hurry up and get them on and undo the knot.
Well, I can't go to a do with my feet tied together.
Oh, I shouldn't think it'll stop you finding the bar. Get them on. Get that knot undone.
You wouldn't do it then if you're so clever.
I can't because I got my gloves on.
Well, no,
there
I've
he
broke
is.
the lace now. I'll have to leave out the 2 top holes.
Oh, no, you don't. Not when we're going to an important function like this.
Well, shall I put my brown shoes on then?
Just like you, that is typical. You'd wear brown boots, wouldn't you, to a navy blue suit? I bet you wouldn't mind if you went in football boots.
Well, nobody's going to see me feet.
Well, I shouldn't bank on that. You were carried home feet first last year.
I had my shoes off then.
Oh, he's there.
Oh, I'll leave them. I'll do them in the cloakroom.
Well, as we're in such a rush, I shall have to do my strap in the cloakroom.
I can see we're going to be spending all night in the cloakroom. I hope they serve dinner in there. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm all right.
Come on, then, look.
You ready? Here's your glasses. And go... Oh, wait a minute. Let's see.
Come in, Sid. It shan't be long. I'm just waiting for Thora. She's titivating up a bit. No, shan't be long, love. Are you ready, love?
Yes.
Come on,
I'm
then.
coming.
You got everything?
I have.
In your bag?
Of course I have.
Come on, then, love.
Right. Close the clock.
I thought you said you had your bag.
Yeah, but I haven't changed the stuff out of one to the other, you see, and I want some stuff. I'll have to find if it's in here.
Oh, dear, we're going to be all day looking for your bag. I
No.
can see that. I'll tell you
Here
to
it
switch
is.
it in, you know.
Look, it's here under the telephone. Don't be a minute. There we are. Oh, dear.
Is that all you wanted?
Yes, well, you see, I don't want to bulge my evening bag, do I? Right.
You ready?
No, oh, my glasses.
I've got them here. They're here. They're here. Come on.
All right,
come
thank
on.
you, love.
How did I know you wanted your reading glasses? We're going there to eat, not read.
Ah, but I like to read the menu, you see.
Well, it's the same every year. Mock turtle, fillet sole and duck.
Yeah, well, I know. Come on. I've got them. Here they are. No, wait, now then. Have you turned the television on?
What for?
Well, we don't want to come back and find the place ransacked. Turn it on for the burglars, you see. Then they'll think there's somebody in.
Yes, and if they think we're in the front room watching telly, they'll be round the back knocking the lot off.
Well, look, turn it on, love, just the same. Sydney's waiting. We won't be moving, Mr. Clark. We can't stop.
I've done it.
Oh, I don't know if I put the fire guard round.
I've done that.
Have you? But now we'll leave this light on until we come back, eh?
We haven't ruddy well gone yet.
No, I know. Well, we've got... Oh, wait, the milk bottles. Now then. We won't be moving, Mr. Clark. We're just coming. I suppose I ought to rinse them through, really.
No, put them in the garden. It might rain.
Oh, hurry up. Have you got the tickets?
Yes, they're in my pocket.
All right, then. The phone. Leave it. Let's leave it. Go on. Well, I wouldn't be able to enjoy myself if I thought it was something important, you know. Hello? Yes, Mrs. Blacklock speaking. Oh, yeah, well, just a minute. Hey, it's Mrs. Hargreaves. That cistern you've put her in is leaking. Hello, Mrs. Hargreaves. Yes, I'm sorry, but you just missed Mr. Blacklock, and he won't be home until very late tonight. Could you put a bucket under it, love? Just a... Good. Thank you. Baby.
Look, I'll have to get me tools.
Not tonight, you don't. We're going out to enjoy ourselves. Come on.
Switch on, Sid!
Yes, sorry, Mr. Clark.